everyone, and welcome to the Knapp Medical Center post-game show. Carlos Robledo along with Mike Gonzalez, where it is a victory for your Weslaco East Wildcats, winning tonight by a final score of 26-0, and they are now 3-0 on the season, 1-0 in district play. Let's get to the highlights in this one. We got a lot of them, and they were all for the Weslaco East Wildcats, who go in the first quarter. Kyle Rodriguez running with a football here. This is old school Weslaco East style of football. Now Pompa takes the football right here, running with it inside the 10-yard line, grounding and pounding, keeps his feet moving, and then Wildcats continuing with this drive. Nice drive right here in the first quarter. Kyle Rodriguez, Malachi powers his way in for the score. 7-0 Wildcats on the top. They continue to ground and pound. Second quarter now, another nice run. Pompa, Margarito Pompa, running through defenders. He had 233 yards and a touchdown. He did some damage tonight as well. Pompa, big time run here. Great blocking down the field to the 1-yard line, and then they give it back to number 3. And he goes in for the score. Weslaco East in command of this game, 13-0. The passing game also looked well. How about the quarterback here? Aiden Gonzalez back looking, finds man wide open. Skylar Perez with the catch. Wildcats have a nice drive going here. It's more Pompa. Yeah, he looks like he's going to block, but it's a screen to the other side. Catches it, runs with it, down the sideline, looks for some blocks. Going way too fast there for his blockers. Inside the 5-yard line. That would lead to a field goal. Alan Alejo, what a weapon this has been for Weslaco East. 19-0. The Wildcats with the lead there at half. Then we go to the third quarter. Defense comes up with a turnover right here for the Wildcats. Defense just played spectacular tonight. Another field goal for the Wildcats as they continue to play well. The lights go on and off. And then Skylar Perez, once again, another nice catch. The passing game looked good tonight as well for Gonzalez, and the catch there. Pompa would go in for the score. A couple of touchdowns for him. Big start to the year for Margarito Pompa and Weslaco East. 26-0 is your final score for the Weslaco East Wildcats. 1-0 on the season. You never know what you're going to get when you're playing against the Donna Redskins, but the Wildcats, they pitch a shutout tonight, and they start off 1-0 on the season. Congratulations, Coach Brouillette. Congratulations, Coach. How does it feel to get this first district win tonight?
It's always good to be 3-0.
Every phase, one thing you watch about Wildcats is just a complete package. Special teams, defense, and the offense all look good tonight.
You know, last week, and I always want to be positive. I think you guys know how positive I am. But last week I heard some of the fans yell, we need defensive coaches. They should have a shutout today. I didn't hear they say give a pay raise to them. You know, I think if they're just patient, we got a young defensive staff. They're doing a great job. They threw a shutout. I don't think they gave them very many yards today. You know, they're doing a great job.
So, Coach, you're excited to be 3-0. My first question is, when was the last time that happened that you can recall? And number 2, talk about how those 2 first games have prepared you guys to start district play.
I thought we had 2 pretty good first games. I'm going to tell you that. Our effort tonight was not very good. You know, like I said, when you do a shutout and a big win, but there's a lot of things that we got to fix that we've seen live. I don't want to watch this game on film. You know, we just missed a lot of blocks. You know, we got to get focus in. As players and coaches, we got to get focus in every play. And when we're missing assignments, somebody's paying for it. You know, it's hard enough being at home and that clock guy up there, he won't stop the clock when he's supposed to and stuff. And that's been killing us for 18 years I've been here. And, you know, when it's an incomplete pass, the clock stops and go out of bounds. And, you know, that thing hurts us. It's going to hurt us in the long run if we don't get that fixed.
Coach, the offense, it seems like you just got so many weapons. You're not just relying on one player. It's not just giving the rock to Pompa or to Malachi Rodriguez. You're spreading the ball around to several different players, using that offensive line. You have a lot of weapons on this offensive side.
We really do. We just got to get the front 5 going. You know, I know they're young, and I've been saying that. I thought they grew up last game, and they struggled this game. I could see it from the sideline. But you talking about a senior in Pampa and Elias a junior and Aiden a junior and Malachi a freshman and Noah a senior who had his first touchdown call back because we're downfield, and I know we're downfield. I mean, it's unacceptable at our level to have linemen down the field on a pass play, but we did it twice today, and that's stuff that we got to work on and fix when we coming up against the real good teams. We got to be disciplined. And discipline starts everything they do. We preach it at Weslaco East in the classroom, discipline. We preach it when they're playing. We preach it to be on time, just like if they had a job.
We saw a lot of open field tackles, Coach, by your defense. Ryan Escamilla, Greg Granados was out there, Gabriel Horta making plays. If you just talk about, do you feel like this defense is kind of doing what they've been doing all these years, out hitting them and being physical out there, and you can really see it tonight?
Well, our secondary, all four of them played last year. They started every game, I believe. Our two inside linebackers played every game, so I expect this out of them. Our defensive front's growing up. They're young, but we do have Trey back from an injury, and he's playing pretty good, I believe. And, I think they're starting to gel a little bit together. When you got 3-4 guys hitting the ball carrier at once, then you're flying to the ball. So I was pretty impressed with our defense. We had a couple misalignments today that I know Coach Adami addressed with his team. Cannot leave a receiver uncovered. But, those things, like I said, we got a young team. We're trying to be as patient as we can. I know I'm not the most patient guy, but I am demanding. And, I think at Weslaco East, it's helped us get to where we are at our freight. We got to be demanding. A lot of people, I don't know in the world, don't understand that, and everybody's got pressure on them every day in life when they get up and they go to work and they go to school and they go to college, and there's pressure on you all the time, and we want to make sure our kids are ready for when they take that next step.
You got some young kids, not only that are playing, but on your coaching staff as well. If you take a look, Coach Adam has been around a few years, and you have him in a leadership role on the defensive side.
Well, I'm still mad at Rene Guzman and Mike Gonzalez, and those guys left to be head coaches, which I'm proud of, and they took a coach with them from my staff. So yeah, we're young staff, but I'm demanding on them. The district's demanding on me. Everybody's demanding, and you know what? If we keep that up, we'll win some games. I always believe that a soft team can't win games, and we're not going to be soft. Tonight we was a little bit soft. I'll be honest with you. You guys just see the good plays. When we got a punt in 3 plays and we're not coming off the ball, then we got some problems. So we got to fix some of that, and I think we'll be okay.
Hey, Coach, a few weeks ago you sported out that stress ball. You still have it with you? Did you have to use it?
I wore that one out. I got 3 more coming.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, fans, for showing up.
Great start to the season. They got school tomorrow. It is Thursday night. It was an early game, started at 7 o'clock. Next week on the road, another Thursday night game against PSJ Memorial. Then you got Flower Bluff, and it's getting serious because it's district play. PSJ Memorial, they're a playoff team from a year ago, and then Flower Bluff, they're going to be a tough
Absolutely,
matchup.
and Carlos, PSJ Memorial, you talk about how improved they are, playoff team last year. So it was important to start off on the right foot and get this win tonight. I think it's fair to say they were the favorite to win. They did just that. It's one of those situations, Carlos, where you come in, you take care of business, you play well in all phases of the game. You make sure that you come out healthy. I think they did that. Everybody, I think, played pretty well. The running backs, offense, defense, specialties, So they got to feel pretty good. 3-0. I'm not sure when was the last time that happened at Weslaco East, and so they got to feel really good going into next week on the road for another big one.
This feels like old school Wildcat football, right? When it was several years ago, maybe the past few years, because you had Alex Martinez and you had some great receivers and you had some quarterbacks who just sling the ball well. This we're going back to old school, and you got to go with the players you have. They got a very good running back in Rodriguez who can, break tackles. You got speed with Pompa. They got a big offensive line. This is old school, maybe from like 5-6 years ago.
Well, I got to talk to the coaches. Mike Brown just walked by us right behind us, but it kind of reminds me when I look at that formation where there's 2-3 guys in the backfield, kind of reminded me of the late 2000s, early 2010s with Bobby Gonzalez as running back. He was a feature back. Saul Cuellar, Andrew Alvaro, and I just remember those great golden days of back then. And so I got to ask him if it's kind of gone back to that a little bit. And it's kind of like what we talked about in the pregame, where they're chunking 400 or 500 yards, and most of it has come on running the football there with some passing underneath. And so it's great to see that again and see them dominate the way they are, especially the offensive line.
Defense played well tonight. Coach Burgett was talking about how they've improved, they've gotten better, but pitching a shutout for your first district game, that's always impressive. They're always going to hustle. They're always going to, hustle the ball. They're going to make those tackles. They played some good teams against Sherryland and against Mission, but tonight, pitching a shutout, that's what you want to see.
The one that probably is the happiest in my mind, Carlos, as happy as the players are, is the new defensive coordinator, Coach Adame. And bringing in his system, the players learning it, they're coming around, they're improving, and coming out of this game with a shutout. You got to feel good, Carlos, moving forward as a defensive coordinator, as a staff overall.
All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up right there. All three phases doing well tonight. You got the offense scoring the points, also on special teams, and the defense, they held them scoreless. So that's what you want to see. Next week, they'll be on the road, Weslaco East Wildcats going against PSJ Memorial. It'll be a Thursday night game. Tomorrow, of course, back to school for the Wildcats, and then the season continues. For Mike Gonzalez, I'm Carlos Robledo. A victory for Weslaco East, 26-0. Thanks for joining us here on the Knapp Medical Center postgame show.